Hello, everyone, and welcome to another little chit chat topic, a weekly hot topic from Lucy Brand and me, Natasha Harris. We are today talking about standing together is standing stronger. We're gonna have a powerful conversation about standing in strength when we stand together. So yeah.
And I'm Lucy Brand, and we're really excited to share about this topic today. Because Natasha pulled a card, and it always means that our intuition comes through, and we just get to channel. Like we get a prompt, and then we both get to channel great wisdom, really, because it comes from other parts of us, other parts of our consciousness that we'd like to share with you today. Standing together is standing stronger. So the one thing that I received, one of the first things I received about this is that you don't always have to agree with people to necessarily stand side by side with them, because we're all uniquely different, right? We're so different. There's not one of us made the same. There was a 1 billion% chance that you were born you. 1 billion% chance. So if you take that, it's so incredible, isn't it? Like if you take that and think about how different your views, how different your thought patterns are going to be, your feelings are going to be, how unique they are to you, then you're not going to agree with everyone. And that's okay. And being comfortable with that can be really difficult, because you could go into people pleasing because you want them to like you, or you could go into confrontation because you want them to see your way of thinking. But the best thing to do is to just come at it with compassion and love and understanding. Try and understand the other person's point of view, because when you do that, you can stand alongside. And this new paradigm is all about collaboration, equality, unity, community. And that's what we want to bring forward, all these lovely words, and actually resonate with them so that we can shape this new paradigm into a better world.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. And I think what really resonates with me from you saying that, Lucy, is that no one's excluded. We're all included in the standing together. We are coming together as a global community of people who really do stand for something different, and that does not exclude anyone. People can choose to exclude themselves, but it is not about excluding anyone from it. And that really is the beauty. That, I think, is where we really empower ourselves to do that. And I'm just going to show you the card that I pulled, because it really is a beautiful new deck of cards that came to me last week. And it says The Great Gathering. So this is where we kind of picked our title from today. And it's like we're gathering, we're all beautiful, unique beings standing there, but we're all coming together and standing for a united change on the planet. A raising consciousness, standing together for unity, love, collaboration, peace, joy, all of those beautiful things. And it says underneath, it's like it's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. So where do you feel that it's all kind of coming together for you? Where do you feel, amidst the chaos that's going on all around the world, where do you actually feel that it is coming together for you, that you are kind of standing alongside others? You have found your soul tribe. You have found, different groups of people that are really helping you to stand stronger, helping you and supporting you in being your unique, beautiful self that Lucy talks about. Like, that is incredible. Like, there's such a tiny, tiny chance that you're you, and we try to fit into this, and we really aren't alone. We are here. Hey Rob, nice to see you. So it's like coming together, being in this element of really being together with each other and standing alongside each other, listening to our intuition.
And I feel like with that card, if I look in the back, is there structures in the back of there? Like,
It's mountains.
Oh, mountains. Okay. Because I was feeling like, to me, that's like grounding it in this new paradigm, the tribe. You've got to ground it in, integrate it within yourself internally before it can go external, if you see what I mean. So all the ideas, the intuitive hits, the inspiration, then take that, that's amazing, but then ground it into this reality, embody it. So if you have the idea, I don't know, to reach out to someone about something, then grounding it into this reality would be taking action on that intuitive hit. And Natasha and I are big on action. That's why we created the Circle Life movement, because it's about a community and movement, you know, moving, taking action, but taking that inspired action and taking action not from a place of fear, not from a place of lack, not from a place of feeling left out. And at the moment, you know, there's maybe quite a lot of you that are feeling different out there, and that's okay, because there's a lot of people that are waking up at the moment. We're going through a massive planetary awakening at the moment. So it's a little bit chaotic out there. So the best thing you can do if you are feeling that things are chaotic around you is start finding your soul tribe. Start finding those people that you can have those conversations with, that you can start connecting with and help shape a brighter future for all of us. Because when you do it for yourself, you do it for the world. When you shift and change something within you, it ripples out and has an effect on everyone else, your community, your country, the world. And so that's what we've got to come back to, that remembering, which is it's like a deep wisdom, remembering knowledge, not from the logical mind, which is what we've been using for the last, I don't know, many centuries.
Yeah, and I like to say it like we're re-remembering. We haven't really truly like forgotten. We've forgotten on a body level, but our soul remembers, and it's like re-remembering all this information and everything that we have access to, and really trusting our intuition. Like, where are you guided to go to? Where are you guided to join? Where are you guided to hang out with people that are like-minded, that kind of want to support you, to stand side by side with you, hold your hand as you kind of walk through the wobbly bits? We all need that. And right now, I think we really do need that more than ever. We're really not alone. We may feel alone. We may feel like we're completely different, that everyone else is like not quite getting it, and you stand out from the crowd, and it's scary to stand out from the crowd. But there are other people out there who really do want to walk alongside you and support you in standing alongside you and helping you to get stronger, because it's a co-collaboration. It's like, as you stand stronger, someone else will stand stronger. As they help you and support you to stand stronger, they in turn stand stronger. And this isn't strength over. This is not like this power over, this strength, like I've got to find the strength to do it. It's not that energy. It really truly is a beautiful, soft, beautiful energy of inner strength, of inner ability, inner trust, inner wisdom, inner intuition, and being guided and being led by that. And that is strength. When we know ourselves, when we've come home to ourselves and say, I hand on heart, appreciate myself, love myself, I don't always get it right, that is when we stand internally stronger. We have the ability to speak up. It doesn't have to be to speaking to thousands and speaking up out to the world, but just speaking up and speaking your truth. That is so important as well.
Yeah, and I think I'd like to add to that as well, because you spoke about this yesterday, I think, Tash, was connection. So, and all of that is connection, because, you know, it's been a bit of a tough couple of years for a lot of us, and we haven't had that connection. We've been, quarantined or whatever. I can't remember, that we're not allowed out, you know,
Not allowed out.
we're not allowed to hug people. We're not allowed to connect with people. And, you know, really, we've been living in a Zoom world where it's just a head. We're even like not even connecting with our bodies. So it is about reconnecting with ourselves as well. Like, I think it was a great opportunity to go within, and everything, like, I don't know about you, but my whole world has changed since the start of the pandemic. Literally, I'm in a completely new geographical location. And it's like, my priorities have shifted, my desires have changed. Like, So you're going to have completely changed with what this like really transformative time that's happened.
Yeah.
So it's a really great time to reassess. And there might be people in your community that don't resonate with you anymore.
Yeah.
And they might have drifted away, or maybe you do have to have a difficult conversation, because it could be that person is just not on your wavelength anymore because you've gone through your own personal transformation.
Yeah.
Or perhaps it's like you have to actually realize that maybe you need to put some boundaries in place and start saying no, which could mean having a difficult conversation with someone and saying like, that's not okay with me. Like saying those things to me anymore isn't going to work anymore. It's not okay with me. I've been seeing that a lot of people I know, a lot of clients are actually going through divorces at the moment because they've decided that it's just not working for them anymore for whatever reason. And I think that with some of it is because their self-worth has changed and it's raised up, or their perception or what they like, want, desire out of what their desire out of their life is more now than before, and it's just not aligned anymore. And no judgment here, it's just not aligned anymore. And I think that happens. Some people are meant to be in our life for a lifetime, and some people are meant to just come in and then leave again when the divine timing is right. It's all a beautiful dance.
Yeah.
But please give yourself the space to work out who you are, this new version of you, and then reach out and
Yeah.
find your soul tribe in this new version of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really beautiful, Lucy. I mean, it's like, it's really about working out who do you want to stand side by side alongside. That makes sense. Who do you want to stand alongside on this journey going forward? And sometimes it does, unfortunately, mean letting go of certain communities, certain people, certain environments that no longer resonate with who you are or where you're going. And that's really key, and it can be really tough. And as Lucy says, difficult conversations, but difficult conversations can also bring us together. It doesn't mean that we have to go apart. You might be thinking that will be, because that's our fear that rises up in something, by setting our boundaries and saying, this doesn't work for me, this is where I'm going, this is who I'm becoming, and I want you to come with me. That's their choice whether they come or not. But if it can be a beautiful unfolding of how you grow together. We, as Lucy says, sometimes I think that the idea of relationships that we have been given is that if a relationship doesn't last forever, it hasn't worked. And I think that is a really unhealthy way to view relationships, if I'm going to be truly honest. It's something where I've really learned that relationships come in and out of our lives, and sometimes we're, some of the most profound people in my life have been in it for like 5 minutes, or has felt like, what's 5 minutes? And some people have been in my life for longer. Some people have been in my, I still have my best friend from the age of 11 who's still my best friend today. So that's like I still look at that and go, how are we still best mates? We've been through so many different things, but it's incredible. And sometimes we think that, if a relationship is no longer, then it has failed, and that simply is not true. Sometimes those people in our lives for just a short while, and we both learn something incredible, and it's time to move on.
I love that. Yeah, I completely agree with everything you just said, Tash. But I also think that sometimes we need to go away to learn, to grow, expand, reconnect with ourselves, and then we might come back together. Like I've seen some beautiful relationships, intimate relationships, where they've had a break because it just wasn't working. And then they've met up randomly at a party a year and a half later, and then it's like boom, madly in love, babies, marriage, the whole shebang. But they needed that time apart for whatever reason. And so that can happen as well. Like there really isn't, and I think this is what Natasha was alluding to, there's not one way to do this. There's not one soul tribe for you. And
there's
your
not one
soul
way
tribe,
to do that.
exactly, your soul tribe, even 6 months ago, might not resonate with you anymore. So, and that's okay. Bless them, love them, thank them for everything you've learned and received, and let them go. So you can create space for someone else to step into that soul tribe who is searching for that or needing that support at that time.
Yeah. It's really can be such a beautiful when we let go of the ideologies of what relationships or even client work should look like. Even sometimes it's like, well, a client isn't a client unless they stay forever. But sometimes clients, we let them go, and then sometimes they come back, and sometimes they go on to other beautiful things. If I think about all the people I've worked with, some of them have been in my life for a very, very long time. Some of them for a short time have come and then have gone away and then come back, and then or have never come back yet. And it's like we always want to leave that door open. Nothing is ever. We were talking about that earlier, weren't we, Lucy? Like you don't want to close doors and go, well, that's finished, therefore you're never invited back in again. It's like it's the same with tribes. It's the same with soul tribes and soulmates and soul sisters and soul brothers. Sometimes we need to let them go and do their learning and then come back. And it doesn't mean to say that if you believe about past lives and lifetimes of working with people, sometimes one lifetime you might not be with that soul person, and then you might be with them for a short period in another lifetime or a longer period in another lifetime. And it's like, how do we ebb and flow? How do we allow ourselves to come together but stand for what we beautifully and uniquely and who we uniquely are?
Yeah, and I do feel that like sometimes it is a time to burn bridges or close doors on things. There's been some relationships in the past where I've decided that I didn't like the way I was treated in that relationship, or I didn't like, what happened in that experience. So in order for me to get over that and let that go, I had to close the door on it. And then that's how I could heal. Because basically, even though we're talking about finding a soul tribe, it is about you. It is all about you. Like everything's within you. So what do you need to find your soul tribe? What do you need to heal? What do you need to let go of? Like these are really important questions to ask yourself so that you can find the people that you're meant to find or partner with or resonate with, because I believe in divine timing as well. So that's why reflection is so important, because we're ever evolving to reflect on what it is your desires are in that moment and for that month. And I don't know about you, but sometimes, so January I take as a reflection month. I tend not to do any promotion or anything in that time, because Christmas family time can be a bit stressful. And so and there's all this expectation. And so January, I like to reflect on the previous year and then plan for my next year. But sometimes by March, January's plans out the window, because I've completely evolved in my business. I've decided to change things. I've met some people that have completely inspired me, and now I'm going on a different trajectory.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's completely okay. But then I have to make sure that everything that I'm changing is all in alignment. So I'm not just changing one thing and then I'm going, oh, why is this not working? Because I haven't got the whole of me on board online with this. And that's the thing. Like, it's brilliant if you need to let things go and change, but then make sure you're taking the time to reflect so you can get all of you into alignment in the new direction that you're heading in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, your questions there are really valuable. And, asking yourself, what do you need right now? What do you need from a tribe? What do you need to allow yourself to grow into the next version of you? Who are you stepping into? What are you making a stand for? What is your vision of what you want to contribute in this tribe? How do you want to be? Who do you want to how do you want to show up in that tribe? So yes, it is about you and what you need, but who do you also want to be in that, and how do you want to interact with that? I think they're really, really valuable questions. So yeah, I mean, who knew that card would bring up so much in terms of thoughts and ponderings? And that's what I love about.
I think we did. Always.
Always.
And
So,
if you are looking for a soul tribe and a community, then please come and check out the Circle Light movement, because we have conversations like this all the time. We support each other in healing and moving forward and celebrating our desires and manifesting our desires in the Circle Light movement community. And you can see there's the links above here or below here, depending on what platform you're watching this on. And we shall see you next Thursday, same time, 1 o'clock, for another one of our conscious conversations.
Yeah. Thank you for those of you that joined us. If you've got any questions or thoughts, if you're watching the replay and you want to comment, let's just tag us. If you've got questions, we will be happy to answer them, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.